Hello everyone and welcome back to Simulated TC here for the third and final race at Lago Maggiore, the third event of the season, the third race of the third event of the season, which makes it race 9 overall. I do hope you've enjoyed the season so far. We've only seen one repeat winner so far this season, and that was Scott Sandever winning in Blue Moon and at the Nürburgring. Will we see a repeat winner today? With 11 cars starting on the soft compound tyre. There's plenty of drivers out there that could do it, so do make sure to keep an eye out and see what happens throughout this field, because there is going to be action everywhere. So, I hope you're all ready for this final race of the event. I certainly am, so let's go and have a look at how the cars will be lining up for today's race. Of course, now as we look to the starting grid, this is the reverse grid race. The top 10 on the grid are flipped, but the rest are as they finish race number 2. So at the back of the field, we have Dimitri Sotirakis on the soft compound tyre, and it's also softs for Adam Liu in the Renault. And it's all softs for all of the drivers starting outside the top 10. So next up, it is Lewis Francis in his Subaru, also on soft compound tyres. Ahead of him on the grid, it is Albert Asante in his Toyota, looking to try and take his first win of the season. Ahead of him, it is Scott Sandever, the one man with 2 wins so far this season in his Genesis. He'll be on soft for this race in 15th place. In 14th place, it is Seb Mills in his Peugeot, looking to try and make some progress up through the field. Then it is Andre Jamil. He'll be lining up in the 13th position on the soft compound of tyre. Then it is Dylan Varstenberg in his Alfa Romeo on the soft tyres there, lining up in 12th place. And the next car up on the grid is Leo Bonnet, also in an Alfa Romeo, also on the soft compound tyres. But now we see the race 2 winner Jackson Turner. The reverse grid starts 10th here on the medium compound tyre. It's also mediums for Ian Henwood just ahead of him in the Ford. And then lining up in 8th on the grid we have Aston Lewis, also on medium tyres. The same is the case for Matthew Lilly in his Tesla. Those 4 drivers there were the 4 that used their softs in race number 2. Ahead of Lilly, it is Charlie Goodrick on the hard compound tyres, the race 1 winner there for Renault. But ahead of him, Adrian Tisci, one of the favourites coming in for this race on the soft compound tyres. But it's also soft compound tyres for Adam Richardson, the reigning champion, looking to try and take his first win of his championship defending season. Ahead of him on the grid in 3rd place, it is Liam Jones on the hard compound tyres, with the front row looking as follows. On the front row 2nd place, it is Tyler Davison on the hard tyres, and on pole position for race 3 here at Lago Maggiore, it is Morgan Hitchings on the medium compound tyres for DS. And the 7 non-qualifiers for this race are Elmarie Sarlo, Jonathan Mills, Thomas Pierpont, Ben Driscoll, Preston Brennan, Jordan Fingal, and Carlo Durante. The cars are on the grid then, and the revs rise, the lights come on. We are racing here for race number 3 at Lago Maggiore, and it's a good start there from Morgan Hitchings from the pole. It's a poor start from Davison, but it's an even better start there from Liam Jones, who heads down towards turn 1, and he's going to lead us into turn 1, but Adrian Tisci looking to the inside already on those soft tyres, and it's going to be Tisci that leads us through turns 1 and 2 here. Jones dropping back into 2nd place there behind him. It's Morgan Hitchings from the pole down to 3rd place. Adam Richardson there side by side for 4th position with Matthew Lilly. Adam Richardson, the next highest car on the soft tyres in this race. Keep an eye on him in this one, as he's going side by side with Morgan Hitchings there for that 3rd position. And next up ahead of him, Liam Jones, as the field files their way through here. You can see a few bunching points in the pack on this opening lap as those on soft tyres race to get themselves up the order as quickly as possible here. As now we can see them heading towards the hairpin for the first time today, and that's Adam Richardson already pulling out of the slipstream and going for the move for 2nd place here to begin his hunt down of the race leader, and he goes into 2nd, easily done there for the Renault driver. He is into 2nd position in this one as the field files their way through the hairpin. Much like in race 2, we're seeing chaos at the hairpin here. I think that was 4 wide at one point there as they come at least 3 wide off of the corner there. That's Davison and Lilly side by side as they head up towards the S's now. This is great battling on lap 1 here of race number 3. Side by side now, that's Andre Jamil making the pass on Lilly. Now he's going to have a look down the inside of Tyler Davison as well here. He gets that move done as Davison goes a little bit wide there. He's going to get it all out of shape on corner exit there, just over the crest of that hill. And that is multiple cars on the soft tyres making their way past him now. As now it is That is Andre Jamil looking at the back of Leo Bonnet. Leo Bonnet, the third highest car on soft at the moment, but Andre Jamil trying to challenge that now. Bonnet looking to the outside, though, of Morgan Hitchings. That will become the inside line, and he takes the position there in his Alfa Romeo over the DS automobiles of Morgan Hitchings there as they head down towards the final corner for the first time in race 3. Lap 1 is nearly complete here as Vostenberg's having a look now at the inside, having to defend a little bit from Sotirakis as well, who's had an incredible first lap, jumping up 11 positions there. Really impressive opening lap there from the Mercedes driver, as he's already looking to the outside of Vostenberg as they head down the main straight here and down towards turn 1 once again here. We can see Vostenberg losing out a little bit on the top end speed as they go into the braking zone of turn 1. That is Sotirakis on the inside of Jamil, going to get that move done nice and easily. Oh, and there's contact there with Morgan Hitchings as those two lines merge off of turn 1. Looks like Sotirakis though and Hitchings both getting away with that one without any major incident there. As they come side by side off the corner, it is racing their way through turn 3 now and back down the hill through this quick chicane area of the lap, as it's pretty much flat out here as they make their way back up the hill and towards the hairpin. And it is Jamil now just ahead of Vostenberg. Morgan Hitchings dropping back quite quickly here. Just needs to try and hold on here. He knows he's going to lose his positions as we look towards the front of the field. Adam Richardson is already taking the lead of this race. The Renault driver is through and into the lead of the race here at Lago Maggiore. Race number 3. It's Richardson that leads the way ahead of Tisci. Tisci dropping back after that incredible start to go from 5th to 1st. Now back down into 2nd place now. Can he fight back against that Renault, which of course it was one of the other Renaults in Charlie Goodrick that won race number 1 here, so clearly some good speed in that car in this event. As saying that, another Renault making some moves there, as that is Adam Liu making some passes. Looks like he was just racing with Lewis Francis there in at the back of the field, as they now head up through this high-speed S section and in towards the final sector they go. That's side-by-side racing here. Hitchings once again is on the defensive. This time it's Scott Sandeva looking down the inside. The man who entered this event as the 2nd place man in the championship has dropped back a little bit so far, but saving his softs for this race. He would like a big haul of points from this one. As side-by-side racing just up the road again here. That is Jamil racing with Vostenberg. Vostenberg gets a little bit out of shape though and off of line as they head down into the final corner now. Jamil looking to the inside, but it's Sotirakis making the move just ahead of him on Liam Jones, the man who actually briefly led this race in the run to turn 1 before Adrian Tisci outbroke him into the first corner now as they head down to the main straight and they begin lap number 3 in this one now. And it is Sotirakis who's made incredible progress in the first 2 laps. He is up 15 places, already up into 4th position now, as that is Andre Jamil making the pass on Liam Jones into turn 1, the top 5 now. All soft tyre runners, as Liam Jones, the highest driver, not on the soft tyres here, as that's Scott Sandeva going around the outside of Vostenberg there. That's a bold move, all the way around the outside there. The 4-wheel drive Genesis just getting the traction down better than the Alfa Romeo, which is only rear-wheel drive here, but they're both going to get held up a little bit through that right-hander at turn 3, and Liam Jones on those harder tyres, proving to be a little bit of a blocker here for these two as they try to do battle as they go flying over that inside curve there. That curve has surprisingly not caused any incidents so far this weekend, but we have seen it cause some scary moments, at least for some of these drivers now, as they head back towards the hairpin for the 3rd time today. The main O taking his own, Scott Sandeva looking to try and make a pass here. Jones goes a little bit defensive. Sandeva surely going to have to switch to the inside here, and he will do just that as they get into the apex of the corner. Sandeva up the position, so does Vostenberg, but Sandeva goes deep. He goes wide, and that is Vostenberg up and through. Francis now behind him, going to look to try and make that pass, following him through now as they go up through the S's. And it is Lewis Francis side by side with Scott Sandeva here. Subaru versus Genesis, and they continue their battle through this alternate start-finish line. It's Vostenberg though ahead of them, as Sandeva just looks to have held on to that position for now at least, as these drivers all on the soft tyres making their progress through the field. Adam Lee the next up to try and make the pass on Morgan Hitchings to get himself into the top 10 places in this one. He's going to go around the outside of this double right-hander, gets it done nicely there using the grip of those soft tyres, and lovely move there from Adam Lee, who has yet to score points in this event so far, as now that is Albert Asante, another man on the soft compound tyres, I believe the lowest running soft tyre runner in this race at the moment. He's making some passes as well and not having the start to his race that he would have wanted, as he is finding this progress slightly harder than some of his rivals in this one, as now Seb Mills on the back of his teammate Tyler Davison there, the two Peugeots getting very close on the racetrack. But as we look up towards the front of the field, for now at least, oh actually no, that's Leo Bonnet making the move here as the battle for the podium is on. Andre Jamil going from 5th up to 3rd, and now having to look in his mirrors with Leo Bonnet and Dimitri Sotirakis right up behind him at the moment. Brazilian versus Brit versus Greek driver, all 3 different manufacturers battling it out here as they head towards the hairpin. But for now, at least, it looks as though it is Adam Richardson who leads the field ahead of Adrian Tisci and Andre Jamil, although these 3 look set to do battle for this final place on the podium. It's a question of will they have the overspeed as they head into the hairpin. All the cars on soft tyres makes it a little bit harder to pass your rivals. As you can see there, Soterakis is very close as they head into the hairpin, but it looks like he's not quite got the confidence on the brakes to make the pass happen at this point in time. So those three drivers, for now at least, stay in the order they were. As now we can see Soterakis is putting the pressure on the back of Leo Bonnet at the end of lap number 6. Now, Valsenberg as well, not too far back as Andre Jamil beginning to pull a gap here over this little battle. Jamil getting past Bonnet now into that third position and really running away with it as things stand, as now Dimitri Soterakis looking to do the same thing into turn number 1. Looks like he's got that move done nice and easily as they head through turn 2. That is Soterakis up into 4th place here. Of one of our rookies for this season behind him, that is Leo Bonnet, and then Dylan Valsenberg trying to get involved in this fight as the two Alfa Romeos now find themselves together on the racetrack for now at least. Those two in 5th and 6th place respectively for now as we look to Soterakis again. His charge is continuing here as we enter the final lap of the race and towards the hairpin we go. It is Soterakis on the back of Andre Jamil for a place on the podium here. The rookie looking to try and get his first podium of the season down the inside as they head into the hairpin. He's going to have the run, he's going to have the brakes, and he's going to get that move done into the hairpin. That is the position gain for Dimitri Soterakis. He is into the podium places there for Mercedes, which have looked to be one of the weaker manufacturers so far this season, but now showing some real speed in these dying laps of this race. But up at the front, it is the man that won the championship last season, the reigning champion, Adam Richardson, doing a very good job in this race. He took the lead on just lap 2 and has not looked back. Whilst Adrian Tisci has been able to stay in his mirrors, he hasn't seemed to be able to put up a real threat to this race victory. So Adrian Tisci, knowing with his strong season so far, perhaps thinking about his points rather than risking it here in this one, because Adam Richardson out front is going to make it 2 from 3 wins here in Lago Maggiore for the Renault team as he comes around the final corner for the final time. It hasn't been the best of starts for the season 1 champion, but now finally he can call himself a winner in Season 2. The championship defence begins now. Richardson wins at Lago Maggiore, race number 3. Adrian Tisci takes home another strong haul of points in second, with Dimitri Soterakis getting his first career podium there. 3rd place for the Greek driver ahead of Andre Jamil and Leo Bonnet there in 5th position. So here we have the official results then for race number 3 at Lago Maggiore, the Italian event on the season, and Adam Richardson there takes his first win of his season. Of course, with being the reigning champion as the number 1 on his car, you expect to see him up at the front. Hasn't been the best to start the season, but with that win now, he does put himself up into 2nd in the championship at the moment, albeit with quite a hefty margin to Adrian Tisci at the front. Behind them in the race, it was Dimitri Soterakis with that very strong drive through the field. Adrian Tisci, 2nd place. Looked like he could have won that one, but not quite able to hang on in the end. Andre Jamil just missing out on the podium on the last lap there, with Leo Bonnet behind him. And then in 6th place, Dylan Valsenberg. 7th, Scott Sandever. Not the event he would have wanted there after being the only man to enter this event with 2 wins, and still the only man to have 2 wins this season. Not the haul of points he would have hoped for as he just beat Lewis Francis in that one. Adam Liu in 9th place there ahead of Seb Mills in 10th. Then it is Albert Asante in 11th place with Morgan Hitchings in 12th. Tyler Davison in 13th place. Matthew Lilly 14th. 15th place, Liam Jones, the final point scorer from this race. Liam Jones with a solid event as well as he keeps his name near the top of the championship. Charlie Goodrick just missing out on points after winning race number 1, but still a strong event for the Renault driver there, and a strong event for the Renault team, it has to be said, as for the first time they've converted their quali pace to some very strong race pace as well. As we look, the other 3 drivers didn't score points are Aston Lewis, Ian Henwood and Jackson Turner, the race 2 winner. As it often seems is the case, winning race 2 can sometimes be a curse, as even though he had medium tyres for that one, with success balanced and starting 10th, middle of the field, he was not able to keep himself in the points paying positions. Looking at the point standings after this event here at Lago Maggiore, event 3 of 10 this season, it is Adrian Tisci, of course, who leads the point standings now by 19 points over Adam Richardson in 2nd. 3rd place is Scott Sandever still, with William Jones in 4th place, just ahead of Charlie Goodrick in 5th. Really behind the top 2 or 3 cars, it is incredibly close throughout the entire rest of the field, all the way down to the very back, so the championship really is far from over. We're only 3 events in, anything can happen still. In the Manufacturers' Championship, Toyota have another healthy lead there, but only by 16 points, as they look to defend their Manufacturers' Championship from Season 1. Renault sitting second there ahead of Genesis. So both championships still very much looking quite close, albeit with Toyota and Adrian Tisci looking like the ones to beat so far this season. Will that continue? We will just have to wait and see. The next event will be at Brands Hatch Indy, so who knows what action we could see in that tight and twisty race circuit. So I do hope you'll all join us again for the next one. But thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.